gatewaypundit.com. On Wednesday, GOP lawmakers announced they would be officially asking President Trump to issue a declassification order on all Carter Page FISA docs, Bruce Orr's 302s, and other relevant Russia docs. Representatives Lee Zeldin, Mark Meadows, Jim Jordan, Matt Gaetz, and others gathered for a news conference on Thursday and called on President Trump to throw down his ace card and declassify all the pertinent Russia docs. The continued attempts to hide from the public the full account of these abuses is intolerable, Congressman Zeldin said in a Thursday presser. We are confident that the FISA applications will prove that the highest levels of the DOJ and FBI failed to provide the FISA court with critically important information when they requested a warrant to spy on Carter Page and others, Zeldin continued. Congressman Jim Jordan went down the line and torched the FBI for all of the information they withheld from the FISA court when obtaining the Carter Page warrant. And here is the Jordan's tweet. We're calling on President Trump to declassify the Carter Page FISA application and other key documents. It's time for the American people to get the full story.
The FBI knew everything before they went. The dossier was the key to all this, and the FBI knew everything before they went to the court to get a warrant to spy on a fellow American citizen and then to spy on the Trump campaign. They knew who paid for the document. They didn't tell the court that. They knew the Orr's involvement, both Bruce and Nellie's involvement in producing that document. They didn't tell the court that. And they didn't tell the court the statement that Mr. Zeldin read. That Christopher Steele had told Bruce Orr, and Bruce Orr had told the key people at the FBI that Chris Steele, the author of the document, was desperate to stop Trump from being elected. Those are pretty darn important facts that they did not convey to the court. The other thing we learned last week as well is that the key people all knew. Andy McCabe knew, Lisa Page knew, Peter Strzok knew, and Andrew Weissman at DOJ knew as well. So that's important information that, again, I think the American people need to see these documents, see this information so they can look at it and evaluate for themselves. The other key fact is this. Orr and Steele continued to meet, as Mr. Zeldin talked about. Even after the FBI fired the guy who wrote the document, who wrote the key document that was the basis for all of it, the dossier. They continue to meet, they continue to have conversations, and there are all these 302s that we want to see, and more importantly, the American people deserve to see. Not only did those continue after Steele was fired, these meetings and these interactions, and the 302s from that, it also continued after Bob Mueller's special counsel was named. No one has seen those 302s. No one has seen those. We want those made available as well. And then finally, the other key takeaway, I think, from last week was, why did Fusion and Chris Steele need Bruce Orr at all? Chris Steele had a direct line to the FBI. Why do you have to run information through Bruce Orr? He could just give this information straight to the FBI. I mean, I asked Bruce Orr about this. Why did they need you? And it seems to me the reason was all this circular pattern that existed that gives weight to a document that we all know now was not true, this dossier. If you got a top Justice Department official also passing information to the FBI, also talking about it, maybe even communicating this to the press or via him, or they can talk to the press about Bruce Orr's involvement, that gives weight to this document that we know wasn't accurate.
Well, President Trump put the deep state on notice Thursday morning, tweeting he may issue a declassification order. The deep state and the left and their vehicle, the fake news media, are going crazy, and they don't know what to do. The economy is booming like never before. Jobs are at a historic high. Soon 2 Supreme Court justices and maybe declassification to find additional corruption. Wow. In July, heavily redacted Carter Page FISA docs were released, confirming Obama's FBI and DOJ misled the FISA courts. Obama's deep state FBI and DOJ obtained a FISA warrant on Carter Page in October of 2016 and 3 subsequent renewals in order to spy on the Trump's campaign and transition team. It is important to note that the third FISA renewal issued in June of 2017 was signed by Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein 1 month after he appointed Robert Mueller as special counsel to investigate Trump-Russia collusion. There is exculpatory evidence in the 20 pages of redacted Carter Page FISA docs, says House Intel Chairman Devin Nunes. We need these docs declassified, Nunes previously said to Sean Hannity. There is exculpatory evidence that we have seen in the classified documents that need to be declassified. The Carter Page FISA, the judges should have been presented with this exculpatory evidence the FBI and DOJ had, Nunes told Hannity. Yeah, but you know what they're failing to mention again here? That Obama had to give them the go-ahead in order for all this to take place. It had to come from Obama giving them the go-ahead. They couldn't have done this on their own without Obama, you know? So, they're still trying to impeach Donald Trump. Now, Pocahontas is on the war path, trying to invoke the 25th Amendment that he's mentally unstable. And if anybody is mentally unstable, it's Pocahontas herself, Elizabeth Warren. I mean, really, you know, these people are treason. They're committing treason, actually, against this country with nothing to go on, and they are, you know, causing disruptions in the country, and they're causing mayhem, and with the help of the fake news media and the DOJ and FBI. But again, it stems back to Hillary and Obama, who are the real criminals, who gave the go-ahead. Hillary paid for it. Obama gave the go-ahead, and all for money. That's all for money. That's basically it, and not to be